Then there were a few high-profile transactions that occurred in this country in which existing assets were leveraged very heavily for large upfront payments, and the rest of the world was frankly shocked by this, and the opportunity to create revenues from existing assets was very attractive. I think that the point made by the committee of which I've been a member was well taken, that in the largest sense, for these existing projects, PPPs do not represent new money, particularly in the context of an availability payment, which is by far the largest methodology for doing PPPs internationally. An availability payment is where the government makes an ongoing payment for an asset as opposed to a revenue-generating asset where those revenues are retained by the private sector. So certainly in the availability payment context, it's our money anyway. For a revenue-producing project, even an existing project, there are perhaps opportunities for the private sector to find revenue. So, for example, the investors in the Chicago Skyway transaction believe that they've been able to manage traffic flow on that bridge in a way to generate more revenue. And perhaps the private sector can be more creative. So on the margins for these existing projects, there may be opportunities for additional capital, and it would come in as equity capital. And there are individual situations like the bus shelters where perhaps innovation and private enterprise thinking can bring new cash. But I think it is important, I think the committee is quite correct to not look at this asset and this asset class and this technique as a deficit